Hello. First one after getting back. Oh, let's get right into it. Here we go. Man, I've already forgotten what's happening. It's been 2 weeks. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess we might finally see some flowers. Slowly, the setting sun dyed everything orange. A deserted beach. A strong cold wind swaying a pine grove. Driving the car out onto that beach, I turned the driver's seat over to the girl. Alright, the clutch. Can your feet reach it?
大丈夫。
Okay, then next, shift the gear from neutral to second.
知ってるわよ。
Alright, fine. Then do what you want.
わかった。
The girl with her short build stretched her foot out as far as she could while gripping the wheel with a serious expression. Leaning out of the passenger seat, I spoke up. That's great. After that, slowly release the clutch. And then, looking obviously nervous, as expected, the grinding noise was phenomenal. Look, you need to disengage the clutch more quietly. Her words said so, but of course, it wasn't something one got skillful at right away. The girl tried her best, chewing on her lip a bit in concentration. Exactly because she would normally show no emotion, the figure seemed charming to me. Hey, I'm about to start feeling sick.
わかってるわよ。
With the muffler slightly broken, the silver coupe was noisy. On a deserted beach, it was as if a howling voice was reverberating. When the sunset had changed into the night sky, and the faltering sea breeze completely changed to being a land breeze, at some point, the face of a large moon hung in the sky. For the most part, it seems you've gotten used to it. Along with that reply, she even shifted into third. Totally used to the clutch now, she was driving around the narrow beach. If that's the case, you could get a license without going to the training center, no?
そうなの。
Well, I don't have much credibility. It's the words of someone who just got their license after all. By now, there was no meaning for us to get a license. Both of us knew that. We had maps, we had medicine. The muffler was a bit broken and loud, but we even had a silver coupe. But we had no time, and no future. It was exactly because we knew that I felt it was all the more trying. Well then, instead, I'll give you mine. As I spoke, I took out my own license from my pocket. This was originally the license that had lost its debut. To me, the proof of the ordinary world that I should have already lost. Here, in place of your diploma.
もらっても使う時間なさそうよ。
Well, don't hold back. I'm more or less the same way after all. The 7th floor that no one had ever escaped. The high ceiling, windows that could open only 15 centimeters. The white vinyl bracelets. Where the third time as the last, the girl on her second, I on my first. So here, congratulations on graduating.
ありがとう。
With a small nod, the girl accepted my license. With that, she was also licensed. Not only coupes, but sedans, even convertibles. She should be able to drive anything that she liked. Surely, she should be able to go to any place that she liked. After that, we drove for a bit more. We arrived at our destination, the place where daffodils could be seen. It was supposed to be a tourist spot, but perhaps this was a bit away from the area, or perhaps it was the night, no one's in sight. Within the perfect darkness of night, we were waiting for dawn in the dim car interior.
ねえ、 けないの？
The battery seems about dead.
そうだね。
Inside the car, with even the engine off, only the dim light from the dashboard faintly illuminated our profiles. In the tight space of the car, where sound and light faded away, we exchanged very few words as we waited for sunrise. And the lump of laundry that had been tossed to the rear seat, the thick jeans and sweatshirts and towels. We took a number of those and wrapped them around our bodies in place of blankets. Aren't you cold?
うん。
Well, you can come a little closer, you know? Making the moves. Look, don't hold back. Come here. Speaking to the girl shivering from the cold in the passenger seat, I pointed to my lap. Oh boy. I'm sure that it'd be warmer here.
別に
Rejected.
私は平気よ。
As the girl spoke, her body was shivering. Even inside the car, our breaths misted, and it was obvious she was putting on a brave face.
それともあなたが寒いから来てほしいの？
Well, that's fine too.
じゃあわかった。
Oh boy. Then slowly she came over to my side, hesitatingly curled in my lap. Well, it's a bit warmer, isn't it? I swear, body heat is always such a plot device. The windshield was fogged totally white from the cold outside. With that white in the dark outside, nothing could be seen outside. But soon the sun would rise. Surely, at that time, a field of white flowers would spread out. The night was quickly fading, and the rising sun was turning the darkness from a faint purple to a pale white. Then, with the dawn, white flowers spread before our eyes. In the place that had been only black up until now, white flowers appeared. The two of us couldn't help but get out of the car and gaze at the sea. Amazing. Spread before us, countless daffodils. The morning dew caught the morning sun, further enhancing the bright whiteness of the prominent flowers. One could believe that it was a carpet that stretched to the sea. And in that, we exchanged words, our breaths shining the same white. Since that day, the boring television showed the flowers. We had come to this place. Even though we had no purpose, we managed to come all the way here. These flowers, I can think of them as being the same.
厳密に言っても同じ。
I see. That's good. I didn't know the difference between kinds, but that day, the television showed a scene of unbroken uniform beauty. Compared to that, the flowers before our eyes differed in size as well as how much they blew. But without a doubt, they were here.
綺麗。
Indeed. Vague, dull, ordinary, but always cold and merciless to everyone. Reality. In a world filled only with things that couldn't be seen, a world filled with things where even if you stretched out your hand, you couldn't touch. Right now, something that could definitely be touched was before our eyes. Some fragments of those unseen somethings were scattered about. Rain continued to fall from the solid white January sky. Since then, 2 days have passed, and the whole time we were still in this place. We couldn't go. Hey, are you alright?
多分
Her health had taken a turn for the worse. With her lying stretched out in the passenger seat, we barely moved the car and had remained stopped here. She was taking her medicine, but perhaps they weren't effective. Her bad state of health remained constant. However, we were people from the 7th floor. Man, you won't stop harping on that. From her original condition, for a girl who was on her second time to wind up like this wasn't too surprising. Say, Do you want to go back?
あなた、帰りたいの？
Just a little bit.
7回。それとも家？
That's... I didn't know. What I had known was that sooner or later this would happen. And of course I, myself, was not too far from it. However, being able to only watch nearby, unable to do anything, was painful. The rain didn't seem like it wanted to stop, and continued falling from the dark night sky. Beyond the windows of the parked car, the shining white daffodils would faintly sway. Say, this is... As I spoke, I pointed at the white flowers beyond the windshield. These were Narcissus, weren't they? The daffodils.
ナルシスが語源よ。
Narcissus? That was a word that I remember hearing before. Until now, I had thought that it had been a familiar word, but... You mean the Narcissus where Narcissus came from?
もともとが神話だから、いろんな説があるんだけどね。
And then, the girl started to slowly explain as I wore an admiring expression on my face.
誰からも愛されるナルシス。
Is she gonna die right after telling the story?
妖精のエコーも、そんな彼が好きな一人だったの。でもエコーは、相手と同じ言葉しか話せない。
Nothing but the same words?
そう。だからナルシスに、先に彼の口から、愛してるって言ってもらわないと、エコーは自分の気持ちを伝えることができないの。
In a lonely and sad voice, the girl continued to speak. I felt that her gaze, like before, looking at some place much further away.
でも、そんなこと絶対にありえない。どんなに夢見て憧れても決して叶うことのないエコーの願い。最後にはナルシスに呪いをかけてしまうの。
That was the famous falling in love with his own image reflected in the pool?
そして自分の姿を見続けたナルシスはいつしか綺麗な花へと姿を変えてしまうの。それがこの花、ナルキッソスの語源よ。
When the story came to an end, she lightly took a breath. I had been listening and also felt desolate. Echo, who bore a yearning for something that could never be reached. It felt as if it were just like us now. And then, what happened to Echo?
いないわ。呪いをかけるときに消えちゃったから。
Disappeared. Then, wasn't there no meaning behind it? To go so far as to place a curse, but to get nothing from it. In the end, it just made Narcissus unhappy also.
どうかした？
No, but you're different, aren't you?
え？
Well, before, didn't you ask me? Whether I cursed my own fate, which I couldn't do anything about.
私は諦めているから。時間の止まった私。
Numerous seasons, white overcast skies, passed without even the need to exchange words with anyone.
いつから私は一人なのだろうか。目を閉じても世界は消えない。
Even if I stopped my ears, the sound of the rain wouldn't stop. I knew that. Neither the bikini swimsuit, the emerald sea, nor the happily smiling photo. I didn't really think I was envious. In the world of my closed eyes, even without maps or a car, I could go anywhere. Even if I wasn't being warmed by a large scar on my chest. Even if this reality were Narcissu and I were Echo.
決して憧れない。呪わない。
Even when I was supposed to have decided that, my heart right now swayed. The time that was supposed to have stopped tried to move. Even though if it did so now, very soon it would end.
傷は深ければ深いほど、それに比例して治るのも時間がかかるだし、それならば長い時間をかけてゆっくり離れてしまうと、もう取り返しがつかないのだろうか。じゃあ22年も生きた私はどうなるのだろう。
Hey, are you alright? Before dawn, stretching my hand out to the passenger seat, I stroked her back. Since then, another 2 days had passed, and the medicine that had been losing effectiveness had run out. But it was better than doing nothing. Thinking that, I reached for the car keys, planning on going to a pharmacy. Then, as I was about to switch on the ignition,
いいから。
I was stopped by a weak voice. But at this rate, you're...
どうせもう聞かない。
Well, that may be so, but certainly it was like the girl said, most likely, with the same medicine, there wouldn't be any effect. But even knowing that, it was painful for me to sit still, unable to do anything. Then, well, let's go somewhere else.
別の場所。
Yeah, somewhere other than this lonely place. Okay? Let's decide on our next destination. Come on, anything will do. You'll never get her again. I was speaking in a bright tone of voice that even I thought was laughable. Facing that profile looking far away, I continued to speak cheerfully, alone. I knew that doing this was useless. At most, how 2 days before the end would turn to 3, even I knew was on that level. Come on, say something. There's some place, isn't there?
別に。
I know. Don't you like cars? You want to go on the expressway again?
別に。
Then, well, let's go buy some new clothes. You want them, don't you?
別に。
Not particularly. You... With those final words, once again, the girl looked out the window. Not looking at the narcissus that spread before her, but like before, looking off somewhere far away. That pouting, embarrassed face she would sometimes show. She wouldn't show it to me anymore. Why are you like that? Always with just not particularly. Just being a little forward-facing. What's wrong with that? Before I knew it, I raised my voice. For some reason, I was sad. Even though I was supposed to be unable to have any real sense of reality, my heart ached. The interior of the car returned to silence. Outside of the window were the flowers of January, daffodils, narcissus. In the dark before dawn, their whiteness gently swayed. Further than the flowers, much, much further, the girl continued gazing. Only the faint sounds of waves held sway in this place.
前向きになんてなれるわけないじゃないの。
Eh? Inside the dark car, suddenly she spoke up.
憧れて懸命になって頑張っていつか報われるのならいいけど、でも叶わなかった時にはどうすればいいの。その時に無理だったねって笑って言えるほど強くないわよ。
The girl who had eyes that always looked far away was looking straight at me from the passenger seat.
私にできることは最初から諦めて何も望まずにいて、やっぱり無理だったと冷めた目で自分を見ることしかできないのよ。
For the first time, the girl cried, even though she almost never showed any emotion. Her small shoulders shook and her tears flowed.
あの時頑張っていたら、もしかしたらって自分にとっての最後の言い訳を取っておくしかないのよ。最初から無理だと分かっているんだから。それぐらいいいじゃないの。
I looked at the dark sky beyond the windshield. The sky before the dawn even showed the face of the moon. I could only hear the occasional sound of waves, the girl's sobbing voice. The girl might feel that she was the same as Echo, unable to return anything but the same words. From herself, she could say nothing, hope for nothing, see nothing, could do nothing but give up. So for this girl, refusing both the 7th floor and home was perhaps the first and last act of defiance. Woof. Yeah, why don't we try and finish this? Assuming this is the last chapter, not sure. Shiraishi construction. The clear sea of January, cold wind that pierced the skin. Occasionally, a strong gust would sway the pine grove and the sound of waves calmly reverberated. Well, there's nothing other than this. I handed over the towel with Shiraishi construction printed on it. It was what we had used to wipe our bodies down with before. Hey, don't make such a strange face.
分かった。
Seeming slightly unsatisfied, the girl took the towel, suddenly saying she wanted a swimsuit. What could I do? In this season, in this place, on top of that, she said she wanted a bikini. Doing what I could, what came out of the car when I searched was that white towel that had been in a pile of laundry. And then, waiting for a while, in that skirt she liked, with the towel from just before wrapped around her chest, the girl disappeared. Oh, appeared. Well, even if you ask me that.
変じゃない。
Well, probably. Also, you sound like death. It's perfectly fine. Totally not strange at all.
分かった。
Then, the girl slowly began walking out to the water's edge. Waves gathered and retreated. Long hair fluttered in the cold sea breeze. From the sky, as if delivering the finishing blow, snow lightly fell. Within all that, the girl held both her shoes in both hands, happily, as if she were splashing around, walking barefoot at the edge of the water.
ねえ、 それっぽく。
Maybe so-so. In the cold of midwinter, our breaths whitely misted. Then I took out the camera that I had taken from the car earlier. That cheap-looking disposable camera had only one more shot on it. Here, I'll take pictures of you. Or a picture of you. I'm sure it'd be more like it that way. As I spoke, I made a show of preparing the camera. Come now, don't be so reserved, okay? The water's edge. The girl seen through the viewfinder. Maybe she was a bit nervous, or perhaps embarrassed. Her face was more complicated than usual. So, could you give me a better pose?
でも、
No buts. Look, there's no magazine model that would stand like a steak.
わかった。
Even while still seeming a bit embarrassed, in her own way, she tried her best. Shyly putting her hand on her waist, she threw her free hand out wide. That hand is stretched out towards the clear winter sky, as if it were about to grasp something, or trying to grab something. Stretched straight out towards the sky, with the emerald green sea to her back. Well then, one last thing. Smile. Smile for me. Tetsumi.
何よ。年下のくせに。
Saying that, for the first time, she smiled for me. The girl wearing the skirt she liked, the white bikini. Smiled for the last shot on the disposable camera. Smiled with the emerald green sea to her back. It was as if a magazine model was smiling at me. Great! Then next, how about a pose with a bit more movement? Happily, like she were having fun, she splashed through the water. The film had already been used up in the camera, but I still continued to take shots. Oh, you're getting caught up in this, aren't you?
そんなことないわ。
Cheerfully we talked, and as if making another attack, the snow fell even harder. And in that, through the viewfinder of the camera that had already run out of film, the girl showed a happy face. Even as her small body was thrown about by the wind, she directed her newly recalled smile towards me. Still waiting for this to all go down terribly.
それじゃあ。
It's already that time? With that answer, like before, the girl started walking towards the sea.
そういえば、免許証。
Wait, are you suiciding by walking into the sea? That's fine. Take it as a memento.
わかった。
While nodding, she put it in her pocket. It was a license that I had once handed to her. Really, it was something that should have already lost its debut. Then, the girl took off that white vinyl bracelet wrapped around her wrist and offered it to me. Are you giving this to me?
あげる。
I see. Then I'll take it as a memento myself. In the same way, I accepted the bracelet and placed it in my pocket. Then once again, the girl began walking towards the sea. Facing her back, I threw out my final words. Hey, can I ask you just one last question? Do you, right now, want me to pull you back? Or instead, you want me to give your back a push? While the waves splashed at her feet, the girl stopped in place. Her back remained facing me after I asked the question. Maybe she wants us to go jump in together with her. You never know. Strong wind turned the crests of the waves into spray that struck her. Before long, she turned around and...
さあ、どっちだろうね。よくわからないね。
Saying that, just one more time, she smiled for me. While being struck by the spray from the waves, even as tears welled up, she faced me with a smile. Before, those feet had stopped at the water's edge, but this time they didn't stop. That was why I thought that was her answer.
それじゃあ、さよなら。
Oh boy. And so, our journey of 960 kilometers ended. To me, it was 15 days' time. To her, it was the end of a 22-year journey. Not a seventh floor nor home, of her own will, she avoided them. In the year 2005, she was one of the estimated 35,000 people who committed suicide. Blood type O, named Setsumi, 22 years old, female. Vinyl identification bracelet, white. This was everything about the girl. But I knew. In reality, she liked bikini swimsuits, knew more about the roads than a navigation system, and loved cars. She even had a license. She was always without expression and would only rarely face you. But once in a while, she would even make this embarrassed, pouting face. The emerald sea to her back. As if dancing happily, like a magazine model, she smiled. And yet, on this cheap disposable camera, only a single picture remained of her smile. But even so, even with just one picture, it was a proof of ourselves that we left behind. It was a pretty good ending. I mean, not in the sense of good like happy, but good and well wrapped up, I guess. Ah, but darn, is it sad.
眩しかった日のこと、そんな冬の日のこと。
Oh, there it is, I guess. I guess the next one will be when someone else comes to the 7th floor and we'll be at our second time. Well, until then.